You're up and going. Yeehaw. Bring it on home. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Happy Oyster. I am your host, Bart Burke. We're here at the Great Gun Shellfish Plot. It is just a perfect day to get work done. So I decided that if I was allowed to broadcast, I would come and help. He said I could help. Paul McCormick, great guy, the man, the myth, the legend. We're sinking lines right now. There he is. Now, in addition to that, today, on the plot, we have an experimental from my buddy Mike Dahl over here. He's coming in to get a couple of anchors. We'll be to him in a half a second. He's coming over here. I think he's going to give us a little explanation of what's going on. He's going to sink these bad boys, or he's going to be growing kelp, believe it or not. What the heck do you grow kelp for? That's a good question. We're going to find out. So it's a beautiful day, not that much wind. Mike, thanks for joining us on the Happy Oyster Company.
Greetings, everybody. Hey.
So Mike is a bivalve restoration specialist with Stony Brook University, which is a New York State school, correct?
Correct, yep.
And you are doing a kelp experiment?
Yeah, looking to look at the feasibility of commercially growing kelp on Long Island and integrating it into existing oyster farms. So I'm here working with my friend and colleague here, Paul McCormick, at Great Gun Oyster Farm. And this site's going to be particularly challenging for kelp because it's very shallow. So
Kelp usually grows in approximately what kind of depth?
well, it's a new industry, so there's really not much kelp farming at all, at least in this country. But where it is grown in Maine and Long Island Sound, it's usually 30 feet plus, 50 feet, 60 feet.
That's the depth of the water to the bottom.
The depth of the water, yeah.
Right.
The kelp is grown along horizontal lines that are suspended in the water column.
Uh-huh.
Typically anywhere from, usually about 8 feet below the surface, 6 feet below the surface. But we're going to evaluate the potential of doing it here in some shallow South Shore estuary bays.
And the purpose of this is for human consumption.
And partly human consumption, but there are a lot of other applications too. So,
Such as?
fertilizer.
Okay.
There's people looking at using seaweeds for bioplastics.
Oh, wow.
Biofuels.
Okay.
And then also just ecosystem services, like just extracting nitrogen from the water. And especially here, a place like Long Island, nitrogen pollution is one of the biggest problems facing the estuary. So, kelp's a plant, and it's going to suck a lot of nitrogen out of the water and help improve water quality.
And it's done in the winter, so we could help the farmer in the winter, the aquaculturist in the winter time when this grows only during what time? I mean, you're going to seed this. When are we seeding this?
Next week.
Next week we're going to seed this out.
We're
Cool.
getting the lines ready today, but you're exactly right. And that's what got me interested in kelp in the first place, was as an oyster farmer, and kelp is a cold water crop. So it was very appealing as an oyster farmer. You have most of your work during the warm months, during the summer and into the fall with oysters, and then things typically slow down in the winter. And kelp is an opportunity for an additional revenue stream, and to help crop diversification. So you don't have all your eggs in one basket.
You're creating jobs. You're taking care of the environment. It's just a good thing all the way around.
It's good all around.
It's a win-win.
Definitely.
Totally. Now, is this the same type of kelp like my old lady puts in her shakes and stuff, or like her protein drinks and that kind of stuff? Is that the same type of kelp?
It probably is the same exact type. Yep, there's a company up in Maine that's drying it into a powder that you can put into smoothies and stuff like
Exactly.
that. So
that's what it is. That's the stuff. It says seaweed right on the label. So and the type of species,
seaweeds, it could be a different type, but it's most likely sugar kelp if it's
which
kelp.
is the type that you're going to be using your experiment here.
Yeah,
sugar kelp.
Sugar kelp, and then as this progresses, who knows? We might be trying some other seaweeds in the future.
Cool.
So there's a lot of edible seaweeds. That's the other thing. It's an extremely nutritious source of food. and it's sustainable, and it's something that can be produced locally. So it's all good.
That is so cool. Thank you so much for giving us the update on that. Thanks for including us too, Mike. We really appreciate that.
I came on the right day.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't going to miss this. I want to be here for the seating as well. I heard maybe, is it Brent Smith? Is he part of it also?
Sure, yes. Brent's a collaborator on it from Greenwave, and Greenwave's actually is our source of expertise, that are really helping us out with this project, getting basically telling us what to do. So
A quickie with Brent. He was on 60 Minutes approximately a year ago or so. I was introduced to him.
Less than that. It was just a few months ago.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
Yeah, it was fairly recent.
Kind of a pioneer.
Totally, yes.
Yeah.
And just developing this whole 3D farming architecture where you use the whole water column to grow multiple species, and that's the other nice thing about integrating kelp into an oyster farm. You're not replacing one crop with the other.
That's correct.
You can grow them together side by side, and
harmony.
There's a lot of growth synergies between the two, so
they feed off of each other and help each other out.
Exactly, yeah.
That is really cool. Again, thanks.
Let's hope it works. Let's see.
Hey, we'll find out. Thanks again for including us, Mike. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, I got to get to work, boys and girls. I got my paid dock. We're going to sink that line over there. Exciting stuff, aquaculture. It's just getting going on Long Island. Oysters are just the tip of the iceberg. There's so many other different things that can be grown in the water. So many other countries do a better job than we do, but we're getting better. All right, so those little rubber floats on there are getting cut off. The things are getting sunk to the bottom, and that takes care of that. And they get put to bed kind of for the wintertime in the deeper water so that the ice doesn't get it. It's that simple, boys and girls. I got to get to work. I really appreciate you guys tuning in this week. Tune in next week, of course, live, Saturdays, 10 a.m., The Happy Oyster with your host, Bart Burke from the Happy Oyster Company. Any updates on my farm? No, not really. Just heard from DEC that they have received my application and they will be administering or issuing it in 2019. So January the 3rd, I will be calling them and we will find out what the story is with that. So there you have it on that. Other than that, I kind of worked on the boat a little bit, but nothing really major. My plot is coming along just nicely. I'm really happy. We're going to be making up some cages this week. So again, tune into our Instagram, our Twitter, and our Facebook, although Instagram and YouTube are the two majors, boys and girls. I think we're going to cut the other guys out. I'm not quite sure when, but when I finally finalize that logo. All right, that's a whole nother story. I'm really not going to get into that right now. Again, thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next week, guys. I love you guys. It wouldn't be half as much fun if it wasn't for you guys. Please rate, comment, and or subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bring it on home. And